What does home rehabilitation, music production, mentoring the youth, and women's empowerment have in common? On this episode of Temp Labor TV, you're going to find out. Join Syrice D as he shares with us his community-driven mission to help empower the youth and business minorities, while also getting a glimpse into how he utilizes his platform in the home improvement and construction sectors to make it happen. Find all of that out and more on this episode of Temp Labor TV.
Yeah, templabor.org, radio program at the beautiful WOVU Community Radio. I want to give a big shout out to Jay the Gospel Kid, DJ Chris Styles, Mr. Tim Trimble, and yes, our wonderful producer, board operator, TC in the house. TC! You know, this is Syrice D, and I'm in the lovely Cleveland, Ohio, and I come to bring you the What's Up in job creation, employment, community development, and there are such great things happening in the city of Cleveland. First of all, I want to tell you about templabor.org and what we are. We are a marketing organization and consulting, and we specialize in entrepreneurship. And right now, my field of development is construction and training the youth from 15 to 85. Because they can be young in mind at that time, you know. And what I like to look out for and reach out to is people that need employment. Still on a career path, looking for better opportunities, but definitely to understand the opportunities in construction and basically anything with entrepreneurship. You know, we might have some people on this show that are not contractors, that are not carpenters, and do not have a love for construction. But if you have a love for the American dream and building your own business, we got something to talk about. But before we do that, I'll tell you about the Log Radio Conference. We like to feature in the Log magazine something entertaining, because we here at WOVU believe in the local or the independent artists. Never say local artists. They do not like that. Say independent, because with that worldwide internet, you can travel the world with your music. This is Syrice D. We're about to listen to a little music by Michael Weatherspoon.
While I'm striving to be all I can be, it all started out getting my GED. Then I met James Gardner and Dr. Henry, who encouraged me to get a college degree. My undergrad, next to master's degree, and then become a doctor with my PhD. Giving praises to the G.O.D., who keeps it 100 and looks over a G.
Through the struggles, God's been so faithful. Because of that, I'm forever so grateful. The hard times are so painful. But through His will, I'm forever so graceful. His love is forever so graceful. No matter what, I'ma stay so thankful. What we go through can be distressful, but trust Him and we'll be successful.
I've been shot 3 times, 2 times on the left side. After throwing up the 5, had broke to the left side. Back in 93 when I got shot in the drive-by. I'm back in 06 when I almost died. Jokes aside, I was glad I was fortified by a spirit that kept me alive. And His word would sustain my inside. I'm bona fide, real deal, so He can be glorified and magnified with my life. It testified, keeps people from suicide and makes evil subside. Cause they are justified to walk side by side, alongside with the gift as one unified. Pleasing in His eyes is a man with His bride, who's able to provide some assistance roadside, not preoccupied with bad seeds wayside, but knowledge that's applied to change lives.
All right, Michael Weatherspoon, a little flash from the Log magazine. You're listening to templabor.org radio. We have a contractor on the air calling in. Hello, caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
And what is your name?
My name is Rhonda Hill. and I'm the owner of Precision Painting Plus.
Oh, wow. From what I remember, you're just like a female contractor, great painter, and all that kind of stuff, commercial painting at that, right?
Yes, I do commercial. I'll dip in the residential side, but I focus mainly on the commercial side.
You know, Rhonda, I had the opportunity to travel to Columbus with you, to the Urban League, correct?
Yeah, matter of fact, it was Cincinnati. We went a little further down the road.
Oh, I didn't even know where it was.
Cincinnati. Yes, getting some fabulous connections.
Well, you know, I really do admire the efforts of the Urban League, because a lot of people don't know that's trying to get into business, the different organizations that's out here. But when I recall our conversation, you had a great network of commercial clients that really wanted to empower you as a black female contractor. Can you tell me about those things and what got you into that and your involvement to get you on that level?
Sure. So it really all started very simple. I was married, and my husband and I, had a blended family, and it was kind of large, and he was doing a few things. One of them was painting, and I just thought, like, hey, let's cut out the middleman. Let's start our own business so that, the work that we do will be invested in our own establishment as opposed to someone else's. So from there, I reached out to some resources, and the Urban League is a wonderful resource, as you stated, along with the Small Business Association, our SCORE, which is, retired people that are there to mentor people coming into whatever field it is. And it just springboarded. And although that company was dismantled, I started and ventured out on my own. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be able to employ others, teach the youth. And it's a male-dominated field, but with that being said, I do pretty well in my marketplace, and it's just a wonderful thing. I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten along the way from men and women in the field, and I'm just grateful to be able to be in a spot to not just make money, but like I said, employ others and even mentor and teach youth.
About employing others, is there a contact number if someone wants to possibly get a job with your company, or an email address that you can give out where they can send a resume? And I would like to also get a short statement, and then we're going to take a station break, and I want you to hold the line. We're going to come back to you after you give out that contact information. But I want to know something about your opportunities with the youth and where you could see the youth fitting in some type of career mapping with your leads. Contact numbers.
Sure. So I can be reached at 216-799-1933. That's my cell phone number. It stays right at the hip. I'm a hands-on type owner, so I like to meet everyone. I do have personnel, but I'm a hands-on type owner. I also have an email address. It's Precision, Preciz, like zebra, ION, paintingplus@gmail.com. And that's where you can send a resume to. We're equal opportunity employer. And again, being a female-owned enterprise, I am very open to female contractors. I'm very open to the youth, and we can explain more after the break about my pledge with the small business majority to bring youth in and teach them and mentor them in the trade.
That will be great. I would love to hear about that. You're always doing something positive and something powerful. We're going to have a station break, and we'll be back after this. Hold the line, Rhonda.
Sure.
After the station break, we shall hear more from Rhonda and some valuable resource information that she provides for empowering the youth, both locally and nationally. We will also hear from some artists that have a special connection with Syrice D and Temp Labor as well. As for art, here is a blast from the past, from when Cleveland was sitting on top of the world as champions. Stay tuned to Temp Labor TV.
10.6 seconds away now from a championship. And the Cavaliers by 3. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Rise up! LeBron is in the building. Kyrie's in the building. Kayla's in the building. Tristan's in the building. Rise up! I'm about to jump on this mic and blow it up just like I might. Some say I'm getting too hype, but I'm raw and do what I like. So sit back and watch us take flight. Rise up! With all of our muscle and might, we always prepare for the fight. So focus, we never lose sight. 50,000 fans in this thing, got a backyard JR on the wing for the green, pass the ball, set the track, get the steel right with another play. And we to the hole with the foul for the triple play. Some looking good when he hits you with the fadeaway. Fans going wild, but what can I say when you're coming down the lane, get that weak stuff out of here. That's how we do it in the land of the Cavaliers. Rise up! Something's in the building. JR's in the building. Fryer's in the building. Cova's in the building. Rise up!
We pulling off all the restraints with Tristan all up in the paint. Rebounding off of the glass. K-Love slings out the long pass. Kyrie can finish or dish to JR Smith for the swish. And we all know LeBron is just a phenomenon.
Rise up!
KC cams don't miss a beat. Gotta be all in for that repeat. Pick and rolls all on the fly from Jones Jefferson or Channing Frye. Both the wheels come out for the kill. Corva runs his 3-point drill. Builders hoops and boulders steel. Shumpert slam seals the deal.
Rise up! RJ's in the building. Rise up! Tavares in the building. Rise up! JJ's in the building. Rise up! D. Williams in the building. Rise up! DJ's in the building. Rise up! The Cavs are in the building. Rise up! The fans are in the building. Rise up! The king is in the building. Rise up!
How you like that song, Rhonda?
It's nice, Cyrus.
Now that's a personal friend of mine. They have this group called the Invisible Tongues, and it's like, you know, the Lord was like reaching out to them, and it's like, wow, you know, y'all got so much, and you know, it's got these different members that do great things, and I'll probably be able to feature some of them next week. But I do know that's the anthem for the Cavs. So since that's about the Cavs, what we'll do right now, Rhonda, is say a prayer. We're going to say a prayer for the Cavs. No, I'm just playing. We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that. So anyway, tell me about this Youth Opportunity Pledge.
Okay, so a bit about the Small Business Majority. They are a organization that they are very active in policy. They are very active with Congress. A lot of people don't know, but small business is the backbone of the economy.
You know, I remember Obama saying that, not to cut you off. Keep going. He was saying that this country will be hinged together on the small businesses. Keep going.
Yeah, so the small businesses pay about 40% of the U.S. private sector payroll. So it's a very important part of the fabric of our economy. And Small Business Majority, they do a lot of lobbying to ensure that small businesses aren't squeezed out of the market. So they do a lot of policy, but they also do a little bit more in terms, they do mentoring. They help you access capital, and they even help you with retirement and anything to help you grow, maintain, and grow your business.
And what organization is this?
It's called the Small Business Majority. And
where they're located?
They're located in Washington, D.C. They're a national organization, and I would suggest anybody that has thinking of starting and even maintaining a small business to reach out to them. Again, they have a lot of wealth of resources to help you. A small business, you can make a little over $1 million. I think it's like maybe 5, don't quote me, but at least 3, and you're still considered a small business. So what they do is not only do they help you maintain and keep you afloat, they'll help you even move out to be a medium-sized business, which then you get over 500 million in revenues. So it's a very good resource for any business.
And what about the opportunities for the youth?
Well, what they do is the people that they are in communications with, small businesses, they ask that you take a pledge. So when they call me and ask if I take a pledge to help the youth, of course I said yes. I'm a advocate for youth in the way of education. So it was right up my alley. I love for children to learn and do things that they enjoy. And also I'm a strong advocate about the trades back in the school. That was one of the things that they really should have never took out. Everyone is not college bound.
I agree. Everybody is not going to push a pencil, build an app, run a factory machine. And me as a contractor, carpenter, journeyman carpenter, is definitely some benefits to having a skill set that you can fall on and still have a business and still get a job. But yeah, keep going. I'm just totally amazed by your understanding of the knowledge of the numbers and organizations. But I was just wondering, since I'm 50, am I too old to be considered a youth to get this money? This help?
Well, no, that's just one aspect that they have to make sure that the trades stay viable. And it's a very wonderful thing for anyone to have under their belt, regardless of whatever your aspirations is as a youth of what kind of career path you're going to choose. Having a trade can help you out, even if you're in college. Everybody says starving college students, you need extra money. So if you can fix somebody's leaky faucet or paint somebody's room, those are little ways you can make little extra money as you go. Well, my grandmother said you should always have a vocation, which is your dream, and an avocation, which is your backup plan. And so I think the trades are a wonderful way to have a backup plan to be able to make money. You can make money on your own. You can make money on the side. You could be an employer. It's a wide range of opportunities there. And most kids are very good with their hands anyway, And so, and then they get great satisfaction when they have raw materials. And then from that, they make something, be it a house, a windmill, or whatever it is, that they venture out to do. So with me, what I do is I take children and I give them a little classroom time where they can get some of the lingo of the construction trade. And then we just put them out there, and they have a person that they shadow. They're usually more like a laborer type, unless they're really skilled in painting. And then we'll go ahead and we'll teach them how to use a sprayer and, technical things with that such, how to break down a ladder properly and all the things, that the safety issues that come involved with the trade. And they find it very enjoyable. If you have anyone from the age of 15 to 21 that are looking to learn a trade, we're paint specific, but we are a general contractor, so we will help mentor and get you involved into the trade, get you a skill, and get you a little money in your pocket at the same time.
Wonderful. And what number do they call?
216-799-1933.
One more time.
216-799-1933.
When he's not on the radio, Syrice works in the field at various sites for construction and home rehabilitation. Here, we are at a house in which he is rehabbing. He has scheduled work for some of his temp labor contractors. There will be work going on inside and outside of the house, including in the garage. We catch up with Syrice as he is unloading his vehicle and setting up for a morning full of work and mentoring. While he's doing that, we find out a bit about his goals for having temp labor in the field on some of his projects.
One of the things that I'm trying to pull off is every job site can become a potential paid on the job school for somebody looking to be in the business, somebody that needs some extra money, trying to stay out of trouble. Now look, come with me with that brush. Okay, show me part of where clean out brush. Come on. Whenever you take the paint, this is going to water right now. First thing you do is throw it down in the dirt. Throw it down like this. See all the paint that came out of that? But look, throw it down. See all the paint that came out of that? Throw it down. Grass, when it wash away, ain't no problem. Then after you get enough of it out, do like this. Okay? It's old school. That's how you clean a brush.
I know everything but that.
With the spin?
Yeah.
Well, I want to get you on this carpentry stuff. So every job that I sell is with the intention of becoming a classroom setting on the job paid training. So the workers that's showing up today, the workers that show up throughout my last 13 years trying to get this off the ground, they get usually paid the same day, and they learn while they work, and they become a serious contribution to the community.
We can make our money, working on houses, laying floors, or paint, roofing, or, they got various parts of constructions that temp labor deals with, areas of construction that temp labor deals with. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool thing. I would suggest for any artist, if they're, just trying to get some side money, you can't hold down that 9 to 5, pick you up some type of skill, the paint skill, the flooring skill, or, I'm getting ready to go get my asbestos license. That's something that I can always utilize, on the side while I'm still working on my music.
Right.
So I'm able to pay my bills and, got electricity on at the house and everything is cool. And, after I leave here, I'm going to rehearsal. So, thumbs up to Temp Labor.
All right.
Working like this, one of the primary benefits of being able to work like this and, being an artist and being a musician, first the freedom of just like, I'm up here by myself and I'm painting right now, so I can still, in my mind, think of songs and sing my songs, listen to my music, work on my craft while I'm still, working, making money. And these jobs are like, I'm not locked into a 9 to 5, so I can come work for them. I can come work for temp labor as much as I want to, but if I gotta go out of town and perform, it's no issue, Up the management here, they understand that, we're artists, and then when we have to go out of town or do what we have to do, we go handle our business, and when we need to make money, we come back and we can make our money.
And here, Syrice D also does his own work as a journeyman carpenter and lead contractor. As you can see, he's steady teaching while he's working. And right now he's working on shoring up a garage at a property while other painters are working inside and doing clean out.
Shooting their own stuff. some of these guys know. Just in this business. It'd be funny to me. Painters will come back and cut this, paint this, but what they having is they having some major water issues at the bottom of the garage, which is eating up the wood. So we're gonna put treated wood, which is this green, that'll take the place of something that'll rot real fast and save the garage rather than what he asked me to do, which was replace all the walls, which would be, dude, that's a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 job. You do not want to do that. But of course, I got another customer with a $4,500 job and want all the rafters replaced and the whole roof re-roofed. And I will do that. But I don't take my customers and create expenses that they don't need to pay. So this is called restoration work. Now see, this wall is still floating. So you want to secure it.
Yeah.
Even though I have TV, even though I have the power to put myself on TV, I usually put other people in front of me, just as a producer. Why? Because it ain't all about me. That other reason, I let God lead this. You see what I'm saying? I like to show what other people can do.
Right.
That's the power of being on TV for 15 years. You learn to respect it. Some people say, man, why you ain't charging to put them on TV like that? Charging to put them on the radio. I done fell out with guys because of that. Because I wouldn't charge.
This your
thing. I had to run my business. Right. They vision and they cultivate things. Why? Because you see when the water hit that, see what it did to the lips? I don't want him to go through that. And what I had to get had to be the same color because of the wood in there, right? So I bought more expensive stuff that we don't have to put the phone down, we don't have to click it. All we got to do, and we're going to stick these 3 rooms. Upstairs, we're going to get the flow sheet at $60 a box because there ain't no water up there. And it'll never hit. They gonna have water down here regardless. They gonna have a lot of traffic. So we just gonna show you putting that down and doing what you do. Let's go grab a few boxes. We'll be back. We gotta go to the store.
All right.
The boy Temp Labor, Syrice D in the house. Oh, we watching these incredible female contractor, carpenter / entrepreneur, property owners. Don't let them slip you. Throw your hands up, piece up sign or something like that, kind of. See what this girl doing? I would personally like to take like credit for doing this for her, but I did absolutely nothing. They did it, okay? Grown men, ladies and gentlemen, these are carpenters extraordinaires doing what they do. Temp Labor, Syrice in the house. This guy, how long you been in business? 20 years. You been here 20 years old. Are you sure? Can I see some ID? Okay. That's what's up. All right, y'all. We grown men, handle the business. This is making us look very, very, very lazy.
Okay. Can you say your name?
Kylan Coleman, everyone calls me Superwoman.
Superwoman. Why they do that?
Well, I have a production company called Superwoman Productions. When I was doing theater production and stuff, a lot of the cast couldn't pronounce my name Kylan. So they just started calling me Superwoman because I have a production company called Superwoman Productions.
Okay. Now, what's your construction business?
It is New Life Management, LLC.
And what do you do? What's your specialty?
Well, I am a registered general contractor here in Cleveland. My specialty, bossing people around. But I'm an excellent painter. I do great with floors. I know all phases of construction. I know how to do electrical, plumbing, framing, drywall. But the older I get, the more I want to stay away from some of the strenuous work. So, you know, I like to just manage the projects, and I'll get in there and do some painting and put in some ceramic, some laminate, some linoleum, some vinyl. Whatever.
So you do the walls and the floors.
Mm-hmm.
You do ceilings.
Yeah, that's part of the house. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say about your company?
Well, I actually had an apprentice, and then she became my partner, Miss Rhonda, and she is
Come on in.
pretty good. Like, she's upstaged me a little bit.
Y'all come to the closer to the front.
Yeah.
Now, how did she upstage you?
Well, I started teaching her how to do different things. So I started teaching her how to do electrical, started teaching her how to do plumbing, started teaching her how to paint. And she pretty much took it on and started perfecting it. So now it's always a competition.
Now, I know she sang too. Did she sing while she worked?
Yes, all the time. It's kind of at this point like, I need some earplugs.
Oh, really?
I'm just playing. Yeah, she's always singing.
So, Miss Moon, how do you like being an apprentice and now a partner?
It's pretty awesome to have something like this under my belt. I never knew that I would adapt so well, even though I know my skill set is pretty much on point with, if I see it, you could probably show me one time and I got it for the most part. So it's been fun. And like she said, okay, there comes a time where you want to phase on out and, pass on the baton to some younger people, show them some skill sets that are very much needed. Everybody needs their house worked on. Everybody needs, there's always a need to fix something. So yeah, I'm pretty much ready to phase out.
The real estate business is booming in the city right now. Mm-hmm. So, it's about getting into other facets of the real estate business. So like now I'm a landlord, I own properties, trying to get into the investment side of it. Brokering deals, wholesaling. So it's just so much more to real estate than just the contracting side. I just felt like that I was really blessed. My dad taught me everything that I know. My dad's an electrical engineer. So the thing about it was, now that I know how to put a whole house together, I could take that on to the next phase of the real estate business. And then when I'm hiring people, then I know what I'm looking for. I know how the job needs to be done, how it should be done, how much time it should take to get the job done. So, it's all, growth, a learning process. So, right now I keep it moving, doing this, that, and the third. But right now I'm growing in another facet of real estate, which is that investment pieces.
Yes.
Property management pieces, stuff like that.
Now, as women, are you treated fairly, or people still have it?
Hell no. No, we're never treated
We just
fairly.
had a discrepancy by an uncolored female at Home Depot.
Like 10 minutes
because where we
ago,
were parked.
they- She could not believe that. She said, "You're not a contractor." Why are
You parked in the
here?"
contractor?
And
Yeah.
stood
Did she
in front
work
of the
there?
truck.
No, she was in
a van with someone else.
Wow.
So I had to get out, and I usually let people, because I'm all about positive energy and just letting, negative go. But I felt pulled to say something because she saw this, and because I'm in the car. So I got out of the truck to let her know, I am a contractor. So I told her, she said, "Yes, sure." So, and that's why my partner over there has on knee pads too. So, and we're getting ready to load up some flooring and countertops. So, yeah.
And it's not just women just discriminate against us. Men sexually assault, but
Harass.
Yeah. Men are always sexually harassing us. There's always some kind of motive, So, I like to deal with particularly homeowners because there's no crap with it. It's just like I just need my house done.
Right.
But then when you're dealing with other contractors, you kind of gotta just keep a double eye on the situation because you never know what angle they're coming from. And then that's the other reason why it's like it's time to move into another facet of the business because just dealing with all the nuances that come with being a female and then a melanated female. And then, we look fairly young. So, it's always like, oh, we got one.
Yeah, black don't crack.
Yeah. And you don't have none over here.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta let 'em
So,
know.
it's just a fight. Every day is
Yeah.
a fight,
And I'm a man and I've done contracting, and they don't think I'm the kind of guy that would do it.
Yeah, me
until
neither,
they
of
see
course.
me work.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they try to, does anyone try to shortcut you? Like if they're doing work and they think it looks good, but you knew, no, you didn't cut that right. You didn't.
Or they'll say, oh, you didn't do a good job. I'm gonna give you X, Y, Z, right? But then call back like, oh, I need you to come over here and do such, such, such. I'm like, well, I thought I didn't do a good job.
Right.
But it's so that they downplay you so they can say, well, you're not worth this. But you are worth it. It's just game. It's always game. Game. I know one guy always complaining, but he complains so he can negotiate price with you. So he can shoot your price down. But always working, always calling. So now I figured out what the game is. You know what I'm saying? He can't say your work is great because then he has to pay you great. You know what I'm saying? So it's just I've been doing this for 20 years.
Okay.
And nothing seems to amaze me.
In Cleveland, or you've been other places?
I've done work in Georgia.
What part of Georgia?
In Atlanta.
How is it down there?
It's a whole lot better because people aren't so their mindset is different. Everybody here is just hustlers, and they just want to get over.
You from Cleveland?
I am from Cleveland.
I'm from Cleveland and I lived in Atlanta.
I lived in Atlanta too.
And so 18 years. Yeah. So it's
I worked
different.
in Alabama.
Okay.
Before I've done a church roof.
Okay.
It was so much easier for me. The experiences were in the South. It's just too much. Everybody trying to run game up here.
So you just love Cleveland. That's why you came back.
No, I actually came back here to do my shows. This is home.
Got you.
So my parents thought it was a good idea for me to start my production company here. That way I can have support.
Got you.
So that's why I'm here. I gotta get out of here.
I hear you. All right, you got anything else to say about your company or people working with you?
Well, you know, we a two-man show for the most part. And
Yeah, we can help
you know, we hire who we need depending on what the jobs are. But you know what I run into? A lot of people here, they don't want to work.
Yeah.
So
they want their money, but
they want money, but
work.
they don't want to work. And a lot of times what I find myself doing is going behind people that I hire and that I've paid. I'm going behind them anyway. The whole purpose of getting employees is so they don't have to do a certain amount of work. So at the end of the day, it's almost like, well, I just do it myself. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but I'd rather do it myself.
Yeah, sometimes it's not worth it.
It's not worth the money. It's kind of like giving money. I'd rather give money away for free. Just like, you need some money, right? I don't waste my time. And everybody's hustling, so everybody going, oh, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. No, you don't. That's a lie. Like, I can tell in the first 10 minutes if you know what you're doing. 5 minutes, you know. So, you know, you just got a lot of games. But overall, there's a lot of people making money. You know, there's nothing like this business. I can have no money on Monday. And on Friday, I can have $5,000. And I had no intentions of making that $5,000. So that's what I really love about the business and the flexibility.
Here, we see Syrice walking with a 300-pound steel beam at a work site. While that is a heavy load on his shoulders, he understands that weight represents over 300 years of heavy lifting that was done by his ancestors, such as the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., El Haj Malik El Shabazz, a.k.a. Malcolm X, President Barack Obama, their respective wives, as well as other men and women that are too numerous to name during this brief moment of transition back to BBC Community Radio as Syrice meets with more guests. Let's join him in the studio.
Welcome to Temp Labor Radio. And in the house today, we've got the famous, infamous contractor, guru, and minister, Derek Childs. How are you?
I'm doing well today, doing well, blessed. I am absolutely blessed by the best today.
And Derek, I want to thank you for coming on. And what we do at Temp Labor Radio is we like to really discuss the trades and the training and the youth getting into this field of construction, as well as what we've been doing and the headaches we've had. So real briefly, I would like for you to just kind of like tell the people a little bit of your current skill set and what you do.
Currently, I am the Director of Construction and Design for Container Homes USA. Container Homes USA, we take shipping containers and we repurpose them into residential, commercial, industrial, and recreational products. We have a lot of different projects that we're working on currently at this time. We were a new startup business 4 years ago, and the good Lord, He blessed the business, and now we're on a different level, trying to get to a couple different levels as well. We take shipping containers and we convert them into homes. We do modifications. We need welders. We need men that know how to deal with metal studs, door openings, walls, interior, exterior, a variety of different things. Painters, people that are skilled with the wrist, with the paint guns, because we do bring the shipping containers in, we cut them up, and then we blast them with a plastic media blast, and we strip them down to the bare metals. And it requires a very highly skilled painter, you know, like someone that paints cars, someone that's got the motion in their wrist, real smooth, no runs, continuous and equal flow on there. So what we're currently doing, we got a lot of projects that are coming up here in Cleveland. At this particular time, I've been asked not to mention them until we actually get everything finalized. And once at that particular time, we'll be doing some hiring. We'll be hiring 33 men and women that's going to be helping us with the process from the container when it sets down in our new facility to when it actually rides out and goes to the end consumer, where the foundations are pre-installed before we get there.
Now, see, that's very interesting, because we like to, at Temp Labor Radio, to expose different employment opportunities and avenues, and it sounds like you really got your hands into job creation.
Absolutely, we're trying to.
Now, you know, I have to be real nosy here. So, how does this go hand in hand with your ministry and how you've been helping the community? Because I've seen where you have been giving away food and helping a lot of, displaced people, and I just can't, be amiss to just not mention that. Come on now. People listening.
Well, what happened was...
I'm tooting your horn, brother.
I appreciate all of the compliments, but all of that happens because the good Lord above opens the avenues and the doors for us to be able to do that. We started, this year was our 4th year. We started out of our home when we created Container Homes USA. We wanted to give something back to some people that were less fortunate, displaced, homeless, whatever the situation was. What we did was we went in and we bought a bunch of food. We ran a campaign on Facebook. People gave a lot of donations. We put a lot of money into it, and we started cooking food for 100 people. That was the first year. The second year we went to 250, and that year we started giving away our wool hats. We started giving away wool gloves, because what we found out there trying to help as many people as we could, we found that people had no hats on their heads. We found out they had no gloves. So a lot of the people on Facebook went in. We had people just dropping bags of hats and gloves and stuff off to give away to those people. And I was I've been in church for a long time. I'm now at the River of Life Ministries at 24600 Lakeshore. And the pastor, which is Bishop Tony Williams and First Lady Monique Williams, they felt that it was time for me to get out there, I guess you could say. Get out there. He put a task in front of me. We nailed the task. He put another task in front of me. And next thing I know, the bishop says, "Derek, we want to feed 500 people, and we want to partner with you and your wife and bring the two components, me and my wife, and the church together." And we got in with the church, and we put a group together of people. The bishop appointed me to be the chairman of the outreach ministry for River of Life Ministries, and that's what we do. So we hit the 500 last year, and next thing I know, the bishop, when we went out with me on the last day, and we still didn't have enough. So this year we raised it to 1,000. We fed 300 for Thanksgiving at our church, and then we took the remaining units out to the streets. We really go out in the streets. Everything's boxed up, a full hot meal for them. We did that. Next thing you know, Bishop said he wants to double the number, and we ended up at 1,000. Feed 1,000, and we fed 1,000 people. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, people. The work is being done. Mr. Child and his wife are really contributing to the problems in the society and the community. And I want to touch on one thing, and I'm going personal again, and I got to do this because we want our audience to know who we got here. Now, I'm going to ask that we do a small prayer for your wife and what she's going through, and I want you to elaborate. We got Temp Labor Radio here, and we got Derek Childs, and we're going to say something about the missus and what she's going through and how we can help.
So what happened was, me and my wife, we've been together for 12 years. We've been married for 8.5 years now. 18 months into my marriage, my wife got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. We're now in the 6.5 year, and it has been depleting her, where we take, footsteps maybe 2-3 feet at one time. She moves about 6 inches at a time. And it's been getting worse, getting depleted over the years. So everything that we've done has been in this company. I've been trying to get ahead of that to be able to have the money available, but we won't have it available by the time the date is already set. We got the email the other day. She was confirmed and approved for stem cell transplant, and we have to raise $60,000 in order for this to happen. So what we did was we started a GoFundMe page, and I didn't want to just have it set up where people are just giving me something to help us and we're not giving anything back. So, I prayed about it, and, I'm like, which way am I supposed to go with this, Lord? So I was given a direction of taking a 20-foot shipping container, and we're going to convert it into a 20-foot shipping container home/office. It'll have a full bathroom on it. We called up all of our channel partners, got with them, and everyone was just, it was just overwhelming. We ended up getting all of the components to build the shipping container home, given to us free of charge. So it will have Kohler bathroom components, a Kohler toilet, Kohler sink, Kohler shower, In the bathroom, it'll have a pocket door going into the bathroom. On that wall for the bathroom, we will have a 5.5 foot slab of granite. It'll have kitchen cabinets, top and bottom. Those are all donated by Trumbull Industries. All the flooring is donated by Armstrong Flooring. All the windows and doors were donated by Anderson Windows. All the paint, exterior paint and interior paint was all donated from Sherwin-Williams. All of our lighting was all donated from Left Electric. So it's coming.
And that's a wonderful thing, and I hope that people join in and help raise this, because she need help, and we got to help her. You know, all this giving and giving and giving and giving, and you've been giving from your heart, your wife's been giving, and you know, I'm asking the community, I'm asking those listening, we need to give back, you know, period. Musa. Check this out. All you out there in radio land, this is the celebration of my 51st birthday. I want to thank everybody for logging on and tuning in. In the house today, we have Mr. Cotton. And Mr. Cotton is an avid, experienced person that understands the education system and has taught carpentry. Is that right?
Woodwork.
Woodwork. Is that?
Cabinet making.
Wait a minute. The word woodwork kind of like tells me this goes back in the past. I ain't heard the word woodwork in years. Elaborate.
Well, I was born in 1949 in Hollandale, Mississippi at Route 2 Box 49. I'm the great-grandson of a slave named Ben Cotton who was sold in the market back in the 1800s. I grew up on the farm, and on the farm, the main thing was to keep the main thing. So the main thing was picking cotton. We picked cotton all of my life until I was a junior at Jackson State University. And through that process, I missed so many days out of school until I failed the second grade. Missed 80 days out of school in my early years of schooling. Failed the fourth grade, failed the fifth grade. And when I finally made it to the ninth grade, I ran into a teacher named Willie Mott. Dr. Mott was my ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade woodworking shop teacher. He was also my freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior college teacher of industrial art at Jackson State University. And I graduated from Jackson State in 1973. And in 1974, I started teaching cabinet making at John Adams High School.
Did you say John Adams?
I said John Adams High School on Martin Luther King Boulevard. And I taught industrial arts, cabinet making, woodworking, drafting in the Cleveland Municipal School System. I served under 12 superintendents. And I was finally laid off in 2004 after 30 years of teaching with a master's degree from Kent State University. My passion is teaching woodworking, teaching drawing, teaching students how to use their head, their heart, and their hand.
What a testimony.
And at 69 years of age, I'm on my 70th run. This is your birthday, Mr. Cyrus. I'm on my 70th run. And October the 1st, and Lord willing, this year, 2019, I'll be 70 years old. And I've just began to be excited about teaching and reaching and leaving a legacy in the woodworking industry.
Wow. Now, what can we say? I mean, we just was blessed with the opportunity to have Derek Childs on the air, and his history being highlighted a little bit, and now we got Mr. Cotton. Mr. Cotton went all the way back to picking cotton. I can't touch that, because when you was picking cotton, I wasn't even a thought. Now, I can't be rude and ignore the young man that you brought with us today. Who is this young man?
I've worked with him for over a couple of years now in the woodworking industry, and he's really, really talented. And I'm excited about the opportunity to pour into him some of the skills that I've learned that someone poured into me. So, yes,
Grab the mic, man. Talk.
So hello, my name is Hasir. I'm 12. So during the summer, 2 years ago, I worked with Reverend Cotton in this woodworking program called Polis. And so in this program, we learned about making things out of wood, such as mustaches, cutting boards, other things like that. And the cool part about it was that we got to sell them at flea markets, and we got to keep the profits. And so during the summer, I also learned about determination, teamwork, self-ethic, self-esteem. My auntie empowered me through it. She brought me to every program. She brought me to the flea markets. She brought me to the practices.
What is your auntie's name?
My auntie's name is Keisha McMillan, and she's an advocate in South Euclid, and she's made 5 to 6 books. I helped her with one of them, and so she's a really good auntie. And I learned about how to self-character when I was making the wood, and I money making. I made money from all my profits, and I had a really good time.
Well, there it is. Boy, we went from older to 12 years old. What a birthday celebration. I demand that the camera and the attention come on me, because we're coming to the close of the show. And the board operator said I was making too much noise. Now this is the lovely, beautiful TC, and we're not gonna rub TC wrong, because she does all the editing. But I'm gonna get one of my favorite delights out, which is called a pound cake, and we're gonna put a candle right down the middle of it, and that's gonna represent my 50th birthday cake. Don't that just look delicious? So here we have it, and for my 50th birthday party, 51st, is that you got one coming up. You got a big 7-0, and I hope. Well, I'm not gonna work you to death, but you're gonna be here. We're gonna say happy birthday to me. Can I get a little help, young man? Could you lead a happy birthday song for me?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Come on, Morehouse. Happy birthday, dear Silence. Happy birthday to you.
I always wanted